I'm Stewart Gurney, National Head of Strategy at PhD Australia. So at PhD, we've built a network on smart and clever thinking. I guess the real challenge for us at the moment is understanding what that means in a really changing and changeable environment. Consumers are changing, technology is changing, media is fundamentally changing. How we make sure that we're retaining that sense of intelligence and smarts at the forefront of our thinking is absolutely critical. So before I answer what's going to change the game in 2017, we need to just project a little bit into the future, so 10 or 15 years. And I want us to imagine a world where we're outsourcing a lot of our decisions to our virtual personal assistants. These virtual personal assistants could be implantable, they could be attached to us, but they're going to be augmenting the world around us and making huge decisions, especially purchase decisions on our behalf. They're going to be able to understand and crunch huge data sets on our behalf and make the decisions that are best for us based on that information. So it could be that my DPA is assessing working with my fridge and my washing machine to understand the food that I drink, my preferences, quality of detergents and how that's affecting the clothes that I have, and making the purchase decisions on that behalf. Sounds scary and it sounds a bit like science fiction, but we definitely believe we're going to get to a space where lots of that technology and the Internet of Things is going to be able to augment the world around us. What I'm going to talk about in my presentation is very much about the trends and the insights that we're seeing at the moment that are going to ladder to that world. And we are seeing huge amounts of shifts in consumer behaviour. For example, the idea of real-time is becoming really pertinent, personalisation, and all of these things can be augmented massively by artificial intelligence. So to answer the question about 2017, I think we're going to start to see the steps of moving away from intention-based data to real actual data. And what we mean by that, at the moment we tend to make lots of marketing and media decisions based on intent or propensity. We're going to definitely move away from that in 2017 to start to use actual data to work out when people are in market, when we can identify them in real time. And that's going to be, I think, the huge opportunity and shift for us in 2017. I think 2017 is going to be a challenging year for us in many ways. We're seeing lots of fragmentation, so the rise of smaller, nimbler digital and data players coming into the fore, and consultancies as well. And that's going to affect the agency village model that we tend to work with lots of our clients across. So more agencies, more seats at the table, the harder that is to navigate, to get consistency and work cohesively together. So that's going to be a real challenge for us, I think, in 2017. Media agencies' roles will change in 2017, but before I talk about 2017, I want to once again project a little bit further into the future. So at PhD, we have quite an interesting point of view on where the agency model is going to. I think we see a real clear split in terms of capabilities. So at one hand, you're going to see real data decision driving AI managing types of strategists and function. On the other side, you're going to see a huge rise in creativity and advertising that seeks to drive fame and still advertising to the prefrontal cortex, so a very human side of advertising. So we're going to see these two functions, I think, exist, definitely exist cohesively, but we're going to start to see them start to split. And that's what we're going to get to in 2017. You can see it now. Lots of media agencies employing creative people to try and navigate some of that human fame element. And we're also seeing the rise of data. So obviously data becoming hugely important to media agencies, data acquisition and understanding different pools of data is going to be critical. So we're starting to see how the different agencies function across those two different skill sets. What I'm most looking forward to this year at AdTech is actually not one thing particularly, but it's actually the diversity. So I think in this really changing landscape, media consumer landscape, we're going to need diversity of thought, different points of view, different opinions, and different takes on this new and changing world. And I think AdTech have really got that right this year. There's a huge spectrum of different people, and I'm just really looking forward to listening to that huge spectrum and absorb as much as I can.